Okay, so we're going to have a look at finding the range, mean, median and mode for a set of data. When you get your set of data to start with, especially in an exam, the best thing to do with your numbers is to put them in order, just because it makes it a bit easier later down the line finding all your values and just to make things a bit simpler for you. Okay, so we're going to start by looking at the range. Now the range simply tells you the difference between your highest and your lowest value. It finds the range of the data. So to do this, what we need to do is find the lowest value, which in this we can see is 2, and the highest value, which here is 23. To calculate the range, we simply then do the highest value of 23 minus the lowest of 2, and this gets as a value of 21, and therefore the range for this set of data is 21. Next we're going to look at finding the mean. Some people say this one is a bit meaner because it's harder. It makes you add up all the values and then divide them by the number that you've got in the set. So when we add these numbers up together, we get a value of 111. And then the number of values in the data set, which is represented by n, simply refers to how many figures we've got. So here we have 9. Then what we do to find the mean is we simply do the sum of the values, which is 111 in this example, divided by the number of values, which is 9. And when we do this, this gets us a value of 12.3 recurring when we put it into our calculators. So therefore we know that the mean for this set of data is 12.3. Next we're going to look at finding the median. Now this is essentially finding the middle value in the data set. So here again we have to use n, so we know that n is 9. The number of values we've got is 9. We do 9 plus 1, divide it by 2 to get us a value of 5. Now this means that we're looking for the 5th value in the data set. So we're looking, if we go over to our numbers here, we simply just count 5 across. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And we can see that that's 12. So that means that the median for this example is 12 because that's the data value that is in the middle. This is why it's important as well to make sure that your numbers are in order, because if they weren't, you'd be finding a different value in the middle of your data. And then lastly, we're going to look at the mode. Now we don't actually have to do any calculations for this, it's simply just looking at which value appears the most. So we can see that in this example we've got every number once with the exception of 5, which appears twice. So this means that the mode for this example is 5. And that is how to calculate the range, mean, median and mode for a set of data.